Hello there, people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Sequel to the reaction of the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo. So many people have reacted to his statement, but shockingly, most of them are totally against his suggestion, his counsel, his advice. Don't forget that in the video, which was trending yesterday, he took our time to suggest and also to counsel the INEC chairman alongside Buhari. And all of that was done to see how tension can be dosed in Nigeria, considering the fact that there had been very obvious election malpractices, which has been witnessed by so many Nigerians, even by INEC officials and the likes. So right now we're going to be looking at what the federal government, via the office of the Minister of Information, have to say about Obasanjo's statement, which was released yesterday by himself. And according to the news, the federal government has issued a stern warning to the former president Olusegun Obasanjo, asking him not to truncate the 2023 general elections with his inciting, self-serving, and provocative letter on the election. Obasanjo on Monday worried over the conduct of the 2023 presidential election, accusing the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, of having failed the country. The former president further alleged massive rigging of the election and wondered why the Electoral Act 2022, as amended, was trampled upon. But in a statement in Abuja on Tuesday, the Minister of Information and Culture, Haji Lai Mohammed, said what the former president cunningly framed as an appeal for caution and rectification is nothing but a calculated attempt to undermine the electoral process and a willful incitement to violence. The minister expressed shock and disbelief that a former president could throw around unverified claims and amplified wild allegation picked up from the street against the electoral process. This is interesting. And it didn't stop there, as other persons also reacted to it. Now, a presidential aspirant of the AAC, Sowore, had reacted to it alongside one of the advisors to President Buhari, Bashir Ahmed. We're still going to be looking at that. Let's face what Bashir said. So this was the reaction of Bashir Ahmed, one of the media aides to President Buhari. In his own, he said, "So Chief Olusegun Obasanjo wants President Muhammadu Buhari to interfere with our electoral process halfway. The president will never do that. He always allows such institution to work independently." And also from the tweet of Omoyele Sowore, and I'll quote exactly what he wrote there. According to Sowore, and I quote his speech, he said, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has no credibility to talk about fraudulent election. Ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo organized some of the most fraudulent elections during his 80-year tenure as president of Nigeria. He laid the foundation for the shambolic election that has become Nigeria's lot now. So you now notice that right now the statement by President Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, has turned out to become a point of attack for him. And I'm just wondering what is wrong for a former president to advise. It's like a former player trying to advise the players who are in the field, and someone will say something like, when you were in the field, why were you not able to perform? Why didn't you do better than us and all of that? He now have experience and is outside the speed and the pitch watching. This man is not just an ordinary man. He has had experiences as president twice. So for him to say that the polity has been heated up and also tension is rising, there is need for something to be done now. It should be done already in Rivers State. The only thing is that our platform does not allow us to feature a lot of videos. In yesterday in the Rivers State, already the women were on the ground with leaves in their hand protesting. We also see another case also at INEC office where the youths gathered there. They were also protesting. More bodies are coming up And unfortunately, because of the way things are going, APC yesterday spoke of calling for the arrest or restraint of some very important personalities in Nigeria who have been talking against bad governance, talking against bad leadership, talking against the fraud or the alleged fraud that had been instituted by way of not using the BVAs as promised by the INEC chamber far back in November 2022. He had promised Nigerians that they should forget about all those news, that that BVAs will not be put into use, that it should be considered as fake news because it will be test run. Why? Because it was taxpayers' money that was used in instituting it. That was what Dino Malayi said. And, there was instruction for 3 of them to be arrested. Right now, issues are everywhere. So for me, what Olusegun Obasanjo said was not wrong. Now, I'm going to allow you to watch a video, a kind of press conference from youth speaking against what APC said yesterday. And I feel that right now, at the point that we are, the president, INEC also, and the cabinet of President Muhammadu Buhari should try to be very independent so that at the end of the day they can hand over power without any form of chaos, and that can only happen if they align with the laid down rules that was meant to govern the electoral process. Let's just do this for once for Nigerians so that we will be happy. And on the 29th of this year, 29th of May, power will be handed over without any form of stress. Nigerians are already tired with the way things are going in the country. So going the right way will only be the good way. I'll allow you to watch this statement from a group of people talking about the statement.
To the millions Nigerian Christian youths that are in Nigeria and those in diaspora. Firstly, I would like to advise the politicians and those in power should please stop intimidating the clerics, especially the Christian clerics. Nobody is allowed to insult our fathers of faith. I repeat, nobody is allowed to insult our fathers of faith. We cannot accept rigging. We voted and we knew who we voted for. And we have evidences of rigged elections, wounded coppers and INEC ad hoc staffs. We have evidences of the rigging going on. And we have evidences of reasons why the INEC refused to open their portal for the whole world to see the transmission of the votes from the polling units, from each polling unit in different local governments and wards. Now, we are calling on all good Nigerians, those in power and stakeholders, to please speak out the truth, to please speak to the INEC chairman to allow free and fair election to take place. We don't want what happened in June 12th when we were kids to repeat itself. We don't want what happened at the NSAS to repeat itself. Our fathers of faith that have been speaking the truth from when we knew them till today should not be intimidated. Men like Dr. Pastor Paul Enenche should not, nobody has the right to speak against him because he's a father of faith that is a father to the Muslims, is a father to the Christians, is a father to everyone. He has used his money to provide food during this COVID and distributed to both Christians and Muslims. So I see no reason why anyone, any politician that is trying to support rigging will open his mouth and say our father Dr. Paul Enenche should be arrested. We've seen video clips of people, presidential candidates, that are saying snatch the ballot paper, kill, fight, and make sure that our party win. We have those evidences. Finally, I would like to let Nigerians know, both the politicians and political aspirants, that the youths in Nigeria are more intelligent than the beavers. The youths in Nigeria are more intelligent than the INEC servers. So please, we should not be pushed to the wall. Please, we should not be pushed to the wall. Thank you, and God bless you.